PowerDesigner Business Process Modeling. Introduction to Business Modeling. The PowerDesigner Business Process Model is designed to provide the documentation of the flow of control through a business process. Focusing on the business and business terms at the analysis level, this diagram may also generate to detailed implementations in forms of EBXML, BPEL for web service, and other implementations. But focusing on the business process side, we're showing a swim lane diagram here. The flow of control follows the arrows, and we start at the start symbol, and then we flow to the first process here. This create order process is in the customer swim lane, which tells us that create order is the act that the customer is responsible for completing. As we continue to follow the flow, we will see decisions where a question is asked. In this case, the question is this a corporate order? If the answer is yes, we will follow this flow. Otherwise, if the answer is no, we will follow a different flow. For decisions, you may have as many outflows as you wish, and you may tag them in any way as you see fit. There is no forced semantic to the particular responses that come out of a decision. Following the yes flow, we see a process that spans multiple swim lanes. However, some swim lanes it is grayed out, in other swim lanes it is solid. This is what we call a committee process, and the process is active for the swim lanes it is solid, and is not active for the swim lanes it is not. What this really means is that, in this case, customer is grayed out, so it will not participate, but corporate sales, stock clerk, and telesales will, but shipping will not. There is a plus symbol at the bottom of this process indicating it is a composite process, and a right-click open diagram will open its decomposition. This is a process within a process, and as you can see, we can continue to decompose as many levels as we wish. Returning back to the parent level, we can continue to follow the flow until we reach end point. So the artifacts that we're dealing with start with organizational units. Organizational units are the swim lanes in a swim lane diagram, but may also be drawn as an actor in a free-flowing diagram. Message formats represent a specific kind of information, a structured information being passed from one process to another, or to or from a resource. The resources indicate anything that can be created, read, updated, or deleted, and perhaps even executed, and may or may not represent any kind of electronic or information system. Role associations allow us to link the roles to a particular process, and the processes are the various acts that we'll perform. And note that our decomposable processes are also able to be opened in a tree view, so we can view the full process tree right here in the object browser. Starts and ends indicate where the triggers to start a business process will occur, and the ends are the ending points. You may have as many starts and as many ends as you need in any diagram. The decisions are where we ask the questions, and based on the answers follow one flow direction or another. And the flows are the transitions from a process to another process, from a process to a decision to a process, or decision to decision. And the resource flows are a special flow to or from a resource, indicating whether it's being created, read, updated, deleted, or executed. Data indicates various data components that may be discovered to go along the flow. At the business level, this is the idea of data in an abstract context, even more abstract than entities and data items would be in a conceptual data model, but they will eventually map to a conceptual data model if desired. So from the flow of control, we can determine what all of the steps are, who is responsible for them, and what those steps mean, at the highest level, as well as decompose or break them down to smaller and smaller subsets and sub-processes until we have every atomic step in detail that we need documented about our business fully documented.